We already have software that can control CNC plasma torches, laser cutters, milling machines, and other devices, and this video will show how easy it is for us to control a CNC lawnmower. All we need to do is draw a boundary around the grass that we want to cut, and draw around the areas that the lawnmower must avoid, which I will refer to as islands. I will show how to do this with the Millwright software, although it was not designed for lawnmowers. If Millwright had been designed for gardening, then we would select the type of gardening machine we want to control. We could also set other options, such as having the lawnmower spiral around the boundary, or zigzag back and forth, which is what I will choose. There are different ways of defining the area to mow. The most accurate method is for someone to walk around the boundary of the grass and collect GPS points, and then import those points into the software. The Google satellite map will display the GPS location where you click, although it requires a bit of clicking before you get the location, and it doesn't have the option to save the points in a file, so it requires a lot of copying and pasting. A less accurate method is to trace around a photograph from a drone or a screen image of the Google satellite map, which is what I will do for this example. First, I have to set the size of the satellite image. This requires knowing the size of something in it. I know that the sidewalk is 36 inches wide, so I click the right mouse button over one of the nodes of the image and select the option to set the size. I zoom in on the sidewalk, and I draw a line that looks like it is the width of the sidewalk. I then specify that it is 36 inches. Next, I lighten the image to make it easier to see the lines that I draw on top of it. And then I draw the boundary around the area to mow. I click the right mouse button and select the option to draw a spline, and I draw a boundary around the area. I'll quickly finish this so that you don't have to watch it. Now I have boundaries around the two areas I want to mow. I already set the defaults for a lawnmower that is 18 inches wide and cutting 15 inches at a time so that it overlaps the previous path by 3 inches. If I click on the 3D view, it will show me the path of the lawnmower. The 3D model was not meant for lawnmowers, but by clicking on the Draw Slow button, it shows how the lawnmower will cut the area. When I go back to the drawing page, I can see the path of the lawnmower in light blue. It is zigzagging back and forth. One advantage to using a CNC lawnmower is that it is very easy to alter the path. For example, if it turns out that the boundary is inaccurate, all I have to do is adjust the shape. The software will automatically adjust the path of the lawnmower to fit the new shape. Furthermore, it is easy to specify areas within the grass that should not be cut. For example, assume that somebody decides to plant a tree or some flowers in the grass or put a picnic bench in it. We draw a boundary around that area and identify it as an island. The lawnmower will now stay away from that area. If we discover that the shape is incorrect or that it has changed, all we do is adjust the shape, and the lawnmower path automatically changes. When we are satisfied with the shape of the boundaries, we create a CNC program, which would be a file of GPS coordinates for the machine to follow. The software can also calculate the time that it will require to mow the lawn, which allows us to make plans on when we want to do it. In some cases, we can alter the method of mowing in order to reduce the time. For some shapes, it is more efficient to cut the lawn at an angle rather than in horizontal lines, and in some shapes, it's more efficient to spiral around and around the boundary. To change the mowing angle, I go back to the drawing page. I'll change the angle of this small shape to 45 degrees. That area is now cutting at a 45-degree angle, although it doesn't make any significant difference with this particular shape. CNC gardening equipment and software would make it easy for us to mow large amounts of land with intricate boundaries and do edge trimming without knowing anything about geometry or CNC operations. If somebody can provide us with a file of GPS coordinates, it is even easier because all we do is import the file, and the boundaries will be created automatically. We can create a CNC program within seconds. We could also do this with CNC bulldozers, backhoes, and machines that lay tiles or cobblestones. By adding cameras and arms to the lawnmowers and other gardening devices, they can pick up and move objects that are in their way.